Hey kids, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jack. Welcome back to my Planet Zoo franchise playthrough. As you can see, we've been hit by a blizzard again. Amazingly enough, when it's not raining in this game, it seems to be snowing. So the first thing I need to do before I get to anything else is I need to weatherproof the wild dogs. I think the wild dogs right now are the only ones that need heaters. Maybe the hyenas also, but I do know the wild dogs definitely need. So I'll put a heater there, and I'll put a heater out here. Just lowering it into the ground makes it kind of unobtrusive, but it still has the same general effect. Let's see. We're going to put a heater up here, just under the ramp, like so. And we'll put one over here by the food dish so they can eat without freezing. And I'm going to put one right here, and that should give me pretty good coverage on the entire habitat. And if not, I'll come back and give them more heaters. But let me check. Yeah, okay, the hyenas also need a couple of heaters. So let's get them taken care of too. Okay, put a heater in their cave. Like so. And then we'll put a heater over here by their food dish. Like so. And another one over here. Well, sink it in the ground first. And one up here because why not? My original plan was to start off by telling you that I have done a little decoration. I finished the decoration around the African wild dog habitat. Okay, let's see if this works. Well, yeah, for the most part. Who's left? Oh, are you cold? Are you cold, buddy? Okay, yeah, no, he's fine now. It's snowing, but he's next to a heater, so everything's cool with him. I also want to put one over here. The frog doesn't need it. The temperature's maintained, but you know what? I'm just going to put one down. Besides, it'll make the guests happier. There. Anyway, what I was planning on starting this episode with was to show you that I'd put in a couple more facilities. I'd put a second bridge in. This is going to lead into another area over here. Got a little decoration done, and then I was going to work on some more areas. Namely, I'm planning on putting in a kind of a mixed habitat here with giraffes and zebras and ostriches. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that. And it's very kind of the snow to mark out a natural boundary for the new habitat, isn't it? Makes it all kinds of easier. Now, this one does need to have a little size on it because we're putting 3 different species of animal in it. But it doesn't need to be this horrendously huge, gigantic thing. You know, a minimum size, yes, but it doesn't need to be gigantic. Okay. I hate building in snow because color blindness is a thing. Alright. Ah, good. It's like winter gave up. Okay, and then what I want is to turn off the railings on the elevated paths. There. Whoop. Look at that. How rude. The other thing I did, and I actually had someone comment on it, that he thought that I needed work zones. I did go ahead and implement work zones in my zoo. The truth is, I tend to wait until later on, later than most people sometimes, to put in. Whoops! Hello, you missed a. Oh, I see. You're going to that one. Yeah, there you go. I tend to wait later than most people do when it comes to instilling work zones, just because in the early games you don't need them. You just don't. You know, they are useful. They can control how your zoo employees move around. But in the early game, you just don't need them. So when I have enough facilities, when I have enough habitats for there to need to be a little more control on it, that's when I start putting work zones in. I have a VIP guest. That's cool. Let's see, Lord Dude. Well, hello there, Lord Dude. Where'd you go? Ah. Thank you for the 20. And hey, it's once again raining. What did I say? When it's not snowing, it's freaking raining. Tell me that this is not just the stupidest thing you've ever seen. The one aspect of this game that I really can't stand. But that's alright. If this is the worst problem I ever face playing this game, I think I'm in good shape, you know? I really do. Alright, let's move this a little there. I want to get it so that it's under the bridge, because I'm going to use those same rocks like I used on the other side, on this side, as kind of a natural wall for the animals. There. Where are we going to put a... You know what? I think we're going to put it over here. Right there. Okay, now I need to get rock wall from back here. And well, I'll use that one. That's a savanna wall. I can tell, for those of you who are wondering, and those of you who are not familiar with the game, each biome's rocks are colored differently, and the savanna rocks are this light orange color, and that's how you can tell they are in fact savanna rocks. Desert rocks are a darker brown, unless you're talking about the Australian desert rocks, in which case they're almost a bright orange. You know, it's a fun color. Let me see. Let's move this off of the staircase. like so. We'll move that one off the staircase too, like so. And we will copy that one and then bring it up oh so slightly and then turn it like that. Voila. Okay, let me see, what do I got down here? Okay. All right. That looks good. Now, I gotta tell you, the copy function here is just one of the most useful things you can do. The fact that I can, I don't have to lay down the entire wall again. I can just make a copy of it and maneuver it in place. It just makes it easy. And I like, you know, I like when the game assists the players by making itself more accessible, more easy. I think that's just a good thing, don't you? It certainly makes it more fun and less frustrating. You know, I compare it to some of the other games. I just I received a copy of Cyberpunk 2077, for example, from my oldest son for Christmas, and I've been tinkering around with it. I haven't actually committed to playing it long term yet. I'm just trying to figure it out basically. And a lot of the controls are just opaque. It's like, what? That's difficult to do. You know, they're like, hold the tab key, then hit the Z key while you're entering the option that you want to bring in, and then you do this, and then you do that, and by the time you're done, you've danced the merengue because, you know, gee whiz. You know, don't get me wrong, I was having fun tinkering around with this game, but they could have made it a little more user-friendly. And this game is amazingly, that's one of the things I love about this game, is that it's amazingly user-friendly. It is. Now we're going to have to increase the height on this one. I'm going to go all the way to like 3¼ meters. And the reason is because, of course, we've got giraffes. Or, well, you know, we don't have giraffes yet, but you know what I mean. We're going to have giraffes. Okay, so, yeah. Alright, let's see about the barrier. And of course there will be viewing windows in all of these, like so. Alright, and then we'll put viewing windows. One-way glass, naturally, because Lord knows we want calm animals. Okay. Now, I'm going to borrow one of these rock walls because we're going to give the animals some privacy right along here. What do you think? I think that looks good, don't you? That looks good. Okay. Now, as for the rest of it, right. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna increase the height of the rocks right here. There. I don't mind if a giraffe sticks his face in somebody's face, you know, on the path. Dangerous fighting due to incorrect sex ratio. Spotted hyena. Okay, well, let's look at this. First, let's pause it. It's my policy to pause the game whenever there's a problem. So let's look at this dangerous sex ratio. What do we got? We have two adult females. So let's get rid of the young adults. We will release them to the wild. Oh, don't tell me she's pregnant. I don't need her to be pregnant, because that means she inbred. Oh boy. Okay, well. Or is she injured? Oh my god, I traded Felicia out a while ago. What the heck? Why is she still in the trading center? This is a bug. I'm serious. Felicia should have been gone. I mean, gone. There. Maybe that'll get rid of her. Because apparently releasing her to the wild wasn't doing the job. Okay. I have two more VIPs. No, Lord Dude is still here. Ghost EXE. Okay. Well, nice to meet you, sir. I have already talked to my daily allotment of people, so I'm not getting the 20. Let's look at barriers. We're gonna... Come on. There. We'll move it to the edge of the rock, like so. And then we'll just hook these back together. Okay. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Right. I'm going to do this too. Aha! That's what I wanted. Alright, now let's go looking for some animals. Don't need aardvarks. What I do need is reticulated giraffes. Well, I'm going to grab the two of them. They are both female, so I'm not going to be having any baby giraffes, unfortunately. But you know what? I'm going to get them. Maybe we'll find a mate for these fine animals later on. And I'm as much as I would love to have the albino giraffe, 10 grand, unless this thing is like the ultimate perfect giraffe ever, I'm not going to pay that much. I mean, no offense to the giraffes, they're worth a lot, don't get me wrong. But yowzers, that's a lot. Okay, let's see, let's reticulated, that's in the R's. I are a college graduate, I know these things. Let's turn off the blueprints. So, you know what, let's turn those blueprints right back on. Yes, I know, it's not in a work zone, hold on. I need a big African shelter. No. No. Woof, that's bigger than I wanted. Okay, this is taking a lot more time than I don't want the entire thing to be taken up by the shelter. That's the thing. So, let's do it the hard way. We're going to build a shelter from scratch. And we are going to use dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum. Not working. It's just not working out, guys. Hold on a second. It might be over here that I need to look. Wow, that's huge. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to build them a different a different habitat entirely. I'm not going to put them in with the. I'm not going to put them in with the zebras and the ostriches after all. With that in mind, I'll go ahead and adopt a third one. Okay. Well, you know the best laid plans, right? Isn't that what? You know, sometimes what you're planning just does not work. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab this one. Oh, really? Okay, and I'll grab this one too. No male zebras except that overpriced albino. Somebody's really proud of those horses. Okay. Yeah, and you're going right back into storage almost as soon as you get here. Sorry about that, baby. Okay, I'm going to pause this for right now. Zebras and ostriches. Alright, many patrons think the zoo prices are too low, so let's raise them to $15 a piece. $15 for the children's tickets, and then we'll go down here and go to work zones, and we need to add this to the cleanup zone. And then we will add it to the habitat maintenance zone. We'll add it to the keepers zone. We'll also add it to the security zone so that it gets patrolled. And to the veterinarian zone so the doctors will take care of the animals inside it. Now, alright, I'm going to change this out from reticulated giraffe to plains zebra. And it occurs to me that I never did put on my timer, so I've got no idea where I am on the time. So this episode might actually go a little long. Sorry about that, folks. But you know what? That's fine. Okay. Yep, it is running. It is going to run a little long. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and finish putting in this stuff. And then we will call it. Obviously, you know, we haven't completed this one, but that's okay. You know, incomplete habitats are just fine. I don't mind spending a couple of episodes getting it right. I'd rather have it right than have it be fast. As you can tell, we are going to have a giraffe exhibit. There is going to be another exhibit I'm planning. You may notice that I've put this thing over here. I'm going to tinker with this a little, and I am going to be putting a habitat right here. What is it? I haven't decided yet. There are a couple of candidates. The first candidate is the South American jaguars. The other candidate is the North American not polar bears, but grizzly bears. We will find out. I haven't made up my mind yet. As to the giraffes, before I put in the jaguars here, I will be putting the giraffes in because, after all, I messed up. My bad, you know. But I'll put them in so they'll have plenty of room. Heck, maybe I'll make giraffes a separate one and ostriches a separate one if they all need the room. So, like I always say, if you like what I'm doing here, if you appreciate what I'm doing, please give the video a like. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that too. I can always use more subscribers. Let me know in the comments below what you think of what I'm doing. I cherish all your input. I really do. I consider all of your suggestions. I take your criticism under consideration, for that matter. Thankfully, all of you have been kind, which is what I always say. If you know, the world needs more kindness, so by all means, be kind as often as you possibly can. Be safe out there, folks, and I will see you next time.